So today I'm going to be trying out CoverGirl's new, what is it called? Trublend Undercover Concealer. I'm actually going to compare it to, if you guys watched my last video, I was going to compare this to, well, I asked you guys on my Instagram if you wanted me to just do a single review of this, or you wanted me to compare it to a concealer, and most of you guys said compare it to concealer, another concealer. So I was going to kind of compare it to Tarte Shape Tape again, but since I did that in my last video with J.Cat Beauty's concealer, I'm going to kind of compare these two because I really did like the J.Cat Beauty concealer, and it's around the same price range as the CoverGirl one. I thought I would just compare two that are kind of similar in price ranges, but I'm really excited to try out this CoverGirl concealer because I've said it a lot of times in my drugstore videos that I haven't really found a good concealer. I need and want a full coverage concealer, and I really haven't found a really good one at the drugstore. So if you haven't watched my previous one, let me just go over this J.Cat Beauty concealer just a little bit. So this is their staysurance concealer. It is water sealed zero smudge concealer. That's what it says on it. I believe it said a medium to full coverage. Let me just read what this one says. It's a lightweight yet long-lasting concealer that combats dark circles, redness, and any imperfections for a flawless look. It's lightweight, waterproof, buildable formula, medium to full coverage. They only have about 15 to 16 shades, and I did kind of have an issue with the shades. I am using the color Custard, which I did think was a little bit too light for me. I think I need to go to Buff, which is the next shade down, but the shades that they have were very weird for me. They're very different in color from one color to the next. This one did cover pretty well for me. So now the new CoverGirl, it's called Trublend Undercover Concealer. So CoverGirl has 20 shades, and it says it's lightweight, full coverage formula, instantly brightens and smooths out your complexion. I have 3 colors, L200, 700, and 600. I think I'm 600. I do like the applicators on both. This is L600 in CoverGirl. I'm telling you, this color in J.Cat Beauty looks... See, they're just completely different. I don't know, the J.Cat Beauty one, something about the shades, but it works. That one is J.Cat Beauty and that one is CoverGirl. Just by swatching it, I feel like the J.Cat Beauty one is a little bit thicker and might have a little bit more coverage. I'm going to start with the J.Cat Beauty one, and I'm going to do it on this side. I really need to try the next color down. I mean, it works. This one I feel like dries a little fast, which isn't a problem, but this one blends out so good and the coverage is really, really good. So CoverGirl actually has, if you use their Trublend matte foundation, you can go off of your shade and they match it for you and will let you know the color of concealer you should get. Okay, so now for this eye, I'm gonna use the CoverGirl one. I hope this color works. I'm really skeptical because I just feel like there's not going to be enough coverage. But wow. But that's pretty good. I feel like I want to put like another layer on it, but that's pretty good. I don't know if I like this color. I feel like it's a little too pink, especially compared to this one. L700 is just a little bit less pink than 600, but I don't want to go any darker. They look exactly the same. They're kind of just a little bit on the pinky side. I mean, which is fine, but I just like a more yellow color. Honestly, the coverage is pretty good and it blended out really nicely. Man, my hair is getting frizzy. Both of them have pretty good coverage. I have to add an extra layer on the CoverGirl one, but if your under eyes aren't as bad as mine, you probably won't have to. So I'm going to go ahead and set them both and then finish and see what happens. I'm going to use the Becca Hydra Mist Set and Refresh Setting Powder. So they both feel the same. I mean, they don't feel any different. One doesn't feel...
3 hours later.
Okay, so I'm back and I think we have a problem, guys. Yeah. So I've only had them on for about 3 hours because I finished my makeup and I did a couple other things and I ate real quick. So this happened the last couple of times I used J.Cat Beauty's concealer. Like, it kind of creases. It kind of creases a little bit under my eyes. Now, once I run a little bit of eyeshadow under it, it kind of goes away and stays away. So that's not a big deal for me. But the CoverGirl one, it did crease. But the problem is it's very dry under my eyes. Like, very, very dry. Very dry. Like, I can see a difference from this eye to this eye. And yeah, it's not looking good. I mean, I'm not that young, but I can tell a difference from this eye to this eye. I do have a lot of fine lines under my eyes. There's a difference in appearance. It's not just creasing, it's really, really dry. Just cakey looking. Like, you know, like when you squint, you have these fine lines right there. It just really attacked those, and the concealer's completely gone right there. I didn't set it like that. I mean, it's not an extreme amount of dryness. It's just I'm kind of comparing this side to this side, and this side doesn't have what this side has. So it does have pretty good coverage. It blended nicely. I mean, maybe you might like it if your under eyes aren't as bad as mine. I did put 2 layers on. I don't know if that has anything to do with it, but maybe you might like it if you don't need that much coverage under your eyes like I do, and if you're younger. It's weird too because it doesn't look dry anywhere like around my eye in this area. That looks okay. It's just right under my eye, all right here where my little fine lines are. So overall, I do like the J.Cat Beauty concealers. I just wish their color range was a little bit better. The CoverGirl, I'm gonna, for myself, I think the coverage was really good. It blended out really nicely. I think you might like it if your under eyes aren't as bad as mine. Like, if you really don't need it, you just want to brighten up that area. I don't know. Maybe I just put too much powder under that eye. I don't know. I am going to try it again, but yeah, for a first impression, I didn't exactly love it just because that little situation under my eye. I will try to give it another chance to see because it did have good coverage. But who knows, it may work for you. If you guys have tried this, please let me know in the comment section below. And if there's any other concealers you guys want me to try out, I know a few people had mentioned, what am I doing? A few people had mentioned the e.l.f. Cameo concealer. I've never even heard of that one, I don't think. I've never tried it. I'll try to get that one. And if there's any other concealers that you guys want me to try out, please let me know in the comment section. And I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and thanks for watching.